where I kept seeing the barrier, and I told my supervisor at the time, I said, I would love to have our own Caring Workplaces house. My name is Kristina Peters, and I'm the program manager for Caring Workplaces. Caring Workplaces is a program through the First Tennessee Development District.
Okay. And what is it you all mainly focus on?
So what the Caring Workplaces does is we do two things. The first and the primary is our staff goes out and recruits, trains, and certifies employers to become recovery friendly, whether that be take care of their current workforce and or be willing to hire and give second chance employment to individuals that are justice involved and or in recovery.
Okay, crucial. So we're here talking about our partnership with Recovery Resources and Caring Workplaces partnership. And what does that look like? What's that dynamic?
So it was kind of, doing this work for 3 years, one of the things that kept coming up is the two barriers that you hear most about, transportation and housing. And everybody knows that employment is vital for successful recovery, and we also knew that employment, we were hearing from employers that they would hire our individuals, but they might not be able to keep them employed because they didn't have stable housing or they didn't have stable transportation. So we really focused on what we could do to help overcome those barriers to successful employment. And what that looked like to us was, of course, we knew Recovery Resources, and really what we wanted to do was take two successful programs doing two totally separate things and merge them. And we were able to do that. We're funded through a Department of Labor grant, a U.S. Department of Labor grant. And this round of funding allowed us to do something innovative and expand on our services. So we reached out to Tabitha and Craig and said, look, what we would like to do is partner with you guys to open a house in Carter County that can be a Caring Workplaces house so that our clients would have stable housing, and then we could partner also with our Caring Workplace employers, mainly those in the industrial park. We have several. We've got Right Screen, Colorworks, Oliver's Woodworking. Those are 3 just in the industrial park. And then we work with Snap-on, and there are several others, but we knew that it would be a great partnership if you all, Recovery Resources, did the housing, we did the employment, and could match individuals with our employers. It would be a win-win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for you, speaking in your position where you're at today, why do you think that is like those ingredients together make like a concoction made up of what? What does that look like to you?
Well, what it looks like to me is we're giving individuals, again, removing barriers. They have stable housing. They have peer support. They've got programming, accountability. They've got all the things that access to wraparound services, and then through the caring workplaces, they've got the employment opportunities. So you put all those ingredients together, and we're currently actually working on a transportation grant and looking at innovative models and gaps in our region for people in recovery in terms of transportation, and Recovery Resources is a partner at the table on our planning team. So we're all working together, and now we're trying to get that ingredient and put that in the mix so that we've got housing, we've got transportation, and all the other pieces that come together that really give these individuals a fighting chance and just really support their recovery efforts.
Thank you. So I don't know if you want to disclose it or not with yourself on camera, not that we have to use it, but why is, coming from your background that you talked with Matt, and so obviously you have some occupational exposure to addicts and alcoholics, maybe on a different front, so to speak. But in your position now, why is it, I guess when you go home at night, or when you're not thinking about work, which I don't know how often that is, but though for me it's like all the time, but why do you think you have a heart or a place that to care for addicts or alcoholics in that?
Again, speaking of my past work experience, my whole career has been working with justice-involved individuals. And, what you see when you work with individuals every day, and the justice-involved individuals a lot of times also had substance use disorder and or mental health issues. And what you come to learn is they're just like you and me. We're all people, we're all humans. We all deserve the respect and compassion. And, what I came to learn is, and the reason I left a 22-year career to come do this work in workforce development was because I saw that good people struggling with a disease, they didn't choose to be like that. They didn't want to be like that. And then when they were really trying, nobody would give them a chance, usually in employment. So when this opportunity came available in this position to start this program and start the Caring Workplaces Initiative, I was like, I will do it. I'll jump into it and do it. And personally, I am a person of faith, and I've had family members. You can't walk in a room today of a group of people and ask the question, who here hasn't been affected by substance use? Who doesn't know someone? And, I've had family members, I've lost family members to substance use. So for me, it's just a mission. It's something that I want to do to help others.
An innate desire, yeah. So oftentimes, I think in Recovery Resources slogan is like, or motto or whatever is empowering communities to thrive beyond addiction.
Yeah.
And what you just said made me, because I align real close with what you just said about that. It's not a segment of people or a segregate. It's like it's all one. We're all just
We're
people
all,
trying.
yeah.
I think it's very what you said too about using the word innovative with not siloing or bringing together, and I think that's what it's a huge component that is missing within our community as well. Partnering and then working together, because it truly takes a village. You know, what would you like to see with this partnership moving forward?
Oh gosh, I don't know what Tabitha and Craig and you, as kind of originators of recovery resources, I don't know what well, I do know what your goals are. It's to help people thrive, like you just said. And I had a vision or a hope early on doing this work where I kept seeing the barrier, and I told my supervisor at the time, I said, I would love to have our own caring workplaces house. But that's not our specialty, that's your all specialty. So, and all the partners coming together, doing what they're experts in and what they're good at. If you bring that together, you're making a dream team. And that's really, so what I would like to see is, I would like to see every recovery resource house work with caring workplaces, and they already are, and help get everybody, employed. Bring transportation options, add that other ingredient, and just grow, and we would have the package deal. We'd be baking the perfect cake.
We would indeed. I don't think we're ever going to exceed the demand for
No,
it,
no.
So we'll never have enough supply in that way. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure.